Good morning, Huft Heroes. My name is Manny once again. Today we're going to be going through an in-depth tutorial, step-by-step, of how to replace an angle stop inside your home. Alright, and the tools required for today's replacement, you're going to need a one-stop angle stop wrench, a pair of channel locks, a ferrule puller or a ferrule blaster. As you see here, we have the ferrule blaster, your replacement angle stop, and a half bucket that can catch any water that may be in the system when you remove the old angle stop. Step number one, want to make sure that the water is completely off. Any water pressure coming through when we take that valve off will be coming at you pretty much. So step number one, we want to make sure that the water is fully off. At this certain location, it is an industrial building, therefore our water shutoff is a little different to most typical households. Most typical households, you would want to go to the water main, typically located next to the garage, somewhere near the garage, if not the front of the house. Want to make sure the water is all the way off. So, going to be doing so right now. Number one, we want to make sure that the water is fully off. Two places you can go ahead and do so. Number one, if you're already at the water main, turn the hose bib on. If no water comes out, the water's all the way off. You may see the water coming at you for a little bit. It's just releasing any water that may be in the lines themselves. As long as it doesn't continuously keep coming out at you, the water should be off. Another way you can test it, just run over to a sink like I'm going to do so right here, and just ensure water is off by turning the handle. And we see here there's no water pressure. And now we're ready to go ahead and start the replacement of the angle stop. Once we have ensured the water is completely all the way off, we are ready to go ahead and start our angle stop replacement. Step number one is, if you still have the handle working and you're able to shut the water off at the fixture, let's go ahead and do so. Water is all the way off at the fixture. We want to go ahead and disconnect the water supply line connection to the angle stop itself, so we're doing so now. Once the water supply line is disconnected, want to go ahead and open the valve just to make sure that if there is any last amount of pressure in the water line, want to hopefully have a bucket underneath it that will catch any remaining water that may be standing in that line. Once the excess water has finally stopped dripping out, we are ready to go ahead and remove the old angle stop. So we'll go ahead and remove the water supply line for now, just for a little more extra room. Next, you want to go ahead and grab your one-stop wrench. We are going to need this in order to also remove the old angle stop along with install the new guy also. With your one-stop wrench, you want to insert it to where the water supply line connects, and with the other half of your one-stop wrench, you're going to go ahead and apply counterclockwise pressure in order to release the tension on this back packing nut right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do so now. Once you have broke tension, if you still need to use the one-stop wrench in order to back the other side, go ahead and do so. As of right now, it looks like I should be able to turn it without the need of the other one-stop wrench. And there's the old angle stop. When installing your new angle stop, you want to ensure that we are using all new parts. Therefore, on the new angle stop, it does come with a new compression ring and a compression nut. Therefore, we want to make sure that we do remove the old compression nut and the compression ring off of the existing copper water line coming out of the wall. You want to go ahead and grab some type of pulling tool. There are different varieties. This one right here is called a ferrule blaster. There's also other ones called ferrule pullers, but today we're going to be removing it with a ferrule blaster. This guy, what it does is going to go ahead and insert, as you guys can see, this piece into the pipe, as this outer bracket will remove the compression ring and the compression nut from the pipe itself. Once you have your tool on there, want to go ahead and remove the existing compression ring. As you see, as I pull the trigger on this guy, it actually pulls the compression ring and the compression nut right off there for me. Here is the compression ring and here is the compression nut. They use compression in order to create a leak-free connection between the pipe and the angle stop. So let's go ahead and install our new angle stop now. In certain situations where the old compression ring has cinched on to the pipe very well, you may need to remove a certain amount of pipe before putting on the new compression ring with angle stop, or you may need to clean this up by sanding down the exterior of the pipe just a bit. You should be able to get a leak-free connection with enough compression. Once you have the new angle stop on there with a couple of turns on your angle stop, you want to go ahead and grab your one-stop wrench once again. Just like we did to remove the angle stop, we're going to go ahead and use this guy to also install the angle stop. This time we're going to be turning clockwise in order to tighten compression ring that's going to create the leak-free connection between the pipe and the angle stop. Towards the end of the tightening, you may hear some sort of squeaking or cinching sound. That means the compression ring is creating that leak-free connection. And just like that, you have successfully installed your new angle stop. What you want to go ahead and do next is reconnect the water supply line before turning the water on. So now you have successfully installed the angle stop and reconnected the water supply line. We want to go ahead and leave the angle stop in the on position so that when we turn water back on, it doesn't immediately put all the pressure and stress onto the new angle stop. We'll leave it on so it can fill the toilet up, and then once it's done filling up the toilet, we'll inspect for any leaks. Alright guys, and that is it for today's video. You have successfully installed the angle stop in your home. If you guys run into any issues or problems, you guys can definitely either comment down below or give us a call directly. Thank you guys for watching. On to the next.